program of the RDIA. And as of today, we are legally registered in Saudi Arabia. We just received our commercial registration today. So this is this first training session of our second cohort. So we did our first one started in May, June, and ended in July. So that was 12 weeks. And this is the second one now. We are collaborating with King Saud University as well. I know some people on the call right now are probably through Dr. Ashwag. So she called me earlier in the day today. Oh, I see Helia's here too. Hey, Helia, looking good. Helia, can you hear me? Okay, I'll just give him a sec to figure that out. So Dr. Ashwag is going to be on the call today. She called me earlier today. She said that another meeting had come up, but she said she was going to log in. And actually, this call is for her. So what we're doing is we have prepared a neuroimaging pre-processing tool and pipeline for her, and we are going to demonstrate it to her today. Just to let everyone know that the session is recorded and will be uploaded onto YouTube for future reference as well. And this is the first class of a series of classes, which will be 12 classes in total. And there will be a certificate from NCAI that is going to be issued as well. And Helio, have you sorted out your mic?
Yes, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect. How are you doing?
Fine. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How's the young one? How's his dental issues coming along?
Well, as I mentioned before, right? We'll probably going to have to do a small surgery a couple of weeks down the line to release his tongue tie, his upper lip tie, and so on. For now, he's doing as well as could be expected. We're doing some exercises to see if he can improve his tongue mobility, and he's doing good progress. I'm optimistic that everything is going to be all right.
That's very good. That's very good. Inshallah. Did they give you a date for the procedure as yet?
No, because we still need to see a occupational therapist that is going to see if there are any further exercise that we need to do. And then after a couple of weeks of doing the exercise, we're going to go back to the dental clinic, so they will evaluate his case and see if he's ready for surgery or not. When they say he's ready for surgery, then we're going to book the surgery.
That makes sense. I think the exercises they would have given you would have included clenching the jaw and unclenching it and then extending it, right? They're trying to create more room essentially.
Yeah, it's more about the tongue. They want him to have as much tongue mobility as possible and also be used to the idea of sticking things into his mouth. So there are these silicone straws that we're encouraged to give him so he can chew on them, and also he puts them in his mouth all the way to the back. We encourage to play with him, show him sticking our tongues out so he will try and imitate us. So that's the nature of the exercises.
I see that they're trying to get him used to the operating procedure. But I think it's going to be a 2-hour or 3-hour thing at the very least.
No, it's going to be very fast, because the ties themselves, let me show you. Under the tongue, I have this small tissue membrane, right, like this.
Yep.
Yeah. So the problem is that with him, the tissue extends longer and it's shorter, so he can't move the tongue very much. And he also has one in the upper lip and in the cheek. So what they're going to do is that they're going to swaddle him, put him in a chair,
okay,
hold his mouth open, then come with a laser, and they're going to use the laser to cut this membrane. And each cut is just a few seconds, so it's going to be like 10 minutes, the whole procedure.
Okay.
He hates being held down, so I'm sure that this is going to be the worst day of his life. But
hopefully it'll come through. Hopefully.
it turned out quickly.
Okay, it's good to have you, Helio. Just introducing you to everyone. So we have some people from Dr. Ishwag's reference who have joined, and the call is being recorded for future reference as well. Guys, Azam and Helio are the two main trainers that we have. Azam usually takes most of the classes, and then Helio's, although he's present in every class, but then he leads some of the training sessions as well. So Helio is from York University, Canada. He works at the James Elder AI Lab over there. I see Dr. Schwag has joined as well. Welcome. Welcome, Dr. Schwag. So Helio works over there. Helio's been my colleague for the past 5 years as well, 5 or 6 years now. And we've done a lot of AI projects together. So I see a lot of people have joined. And Azam, I'm just going to hand it over to you. So if you can please start the session.
Um, Hello, everybody. Uh, um, Wait, I'm sharing my screen. Are you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, fine. Uh, Now, first of all, I am giving you some brief about why we are preparing the data pre-processing techniques and why we are preparing the tools for dealing the AI model. Because the basic thing is that uh, the type of the data pre-processing depends upon the nature of the model. Many models need different type of data pre-processing. Now we start that because we are doing the narrow imaging, the MRI is also the other parts of the body like lungs and tumors and other diseases. But we are focusing on Alzheimer, and for the Alzheimer, the uh, basic data sets available and the authenticity of the data sets is too much good for acne, OCs, and other disease regarding the narrow is Pakistan. Now,
Azam, sorry to cut you. So Dr. Park just messaged me. She has 20 minutes right now. So
okay,
why don't we go with the demo straight away, and then in the
okay,
second phase you can come back to this.
okay, fine. Now, first of all, we present a demo.
Okay, there we go.
Uh, Now, this is basic over pre-processing pipeline tool, and this tool is based on the different libraries, basically ART, FSL, and NI NIB library. All the merger of the library involving the baking of this tool. This is basic GUI of the tool. First of all, you give the experiment name. Um, give the name. Let's suppose NCAI test tool. And now you give the other the test experiment name. I give Alzheimer and just some short summary regarding the test, early diagnosis. Now we move forward, and now we select the different types of MRIs. First of all, the famous one is structural MRI, and then fMRI and DTI. Now I select structural MRI, and after selecting structural MRI, there are different type of formats. The popular format which is used for the pre-processing is Nifty, but many machines available from the other side in the form of DICOM and NRD. Now we select the Nifty file, and we select this is the limitation of the file. You set different limitation. I think the 20 to 100 MB is too much high file. You limitize according to your need that only data.
Azam,
Now,
I have a question over here. Sorry to cut you. So if you have the file in a DICOM format and we want to convert it to Nifty, I think your tool can also do that in the future
yeah,
as well.
yeah. In the
Okay.
backend, I am using a library which is
Okay.
called DICOM to Nifty converter. This is available in the tool. It
Okay.
converts some file. Now we
Okay. So
move
that
forward.
makes it easy.
After that, there are different type of pre-processing phases. First of all, this is basic phases are already selected like image conversion, image loading, saving, visualization, and base field correction is a basic and main pre-processing technique. And after that, normalization, quality control, registration, skull stripping. I also take skull stripping. And the other is that like filtering. Filtering is used basically for motion correction for the fMRI, because the fMRI based on the time series and the slice timing and the motion correction is doing from the fMRI. Now we move forward. After that, I move forward that I am selected these 7 basic steps, and each steps are designed for to prepare for different libraries. Uh, by default, I am using the bias correction from Legnum library. You also select that, you enable such process, and after you select that, different parameters are available in that. You set you according to your need. And after I am selecting that, similarly, you use for denoising, and the denoising we use different. I am use Gaussian. You also use that wavelet method. You enable that, and after enabling that, different parameters are by default. These parameters are set that you change according to your need. But in this, similarly, I am using registration, because registration process is done different library. SPM is a library used for people who are using the MATLAB. If you enable that, you see that different type of values are available in that. You set that values. And second, ITK library is also a popular library. You select that, and you also select the FSL. If you're doing the registration process to FSL library also available in that, and you set the values. I am using by default the library which is using SIK. I'm using by default such library, and the other library you also use that. Uh, Now we move forward that after selecting that, we save the configurations. The configuration are saved in the format of a config file. Basically, we design in the code menu. This is basically the configuration file.
Azam, I have a quick question for you. So
Yeah,
the pipeline will show which software it is using for each step of the pre-processing, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm I'm using in the last session after the completing the demo. I am
Mhm.
demonstrating you which libraries are used and which methods are we are utilizing that. All the clarification is available in the presentation. Now after that, you see that the configuration which are setting in the time of configuration, all are locked down. And you see that we are locked down the method. In case of start scripting, we are using the threshold method. Similarly, in case of registration, we lock the method which is wait. I am not locking the SPM. I'm not locking the ID. I am locking the method which is SITK. You see that the enable value is true. This means that these values are locked in the configuration file. When we start the pipeline, it creates a temporary JSON file which all the configuration are saved and the processing are preparing or according to that. You see that after that the process is done, and in the backend a JSON file is created. Uh, Data.
Okay, good. Azam, I have one question over here. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. So
Yeah,
the user will have the option to either pick and choose which pre-processing step they want to do. For example, bias correction or intensity normalization or skull
yeah,
stripping
yeah, yeah.
individually, and they can do different ones all together at the same time as well, right?
Yeah, and it's also have the option to use different type of library and different type of parameters. And you see that after selecting these parameters in the backend, the JSON file, temp configuration file is created in the form of JSON, and all the configuration are locked in this case. You see that the path of the that, and after that the different type of methods which are utilizing that. The values which are false, these methods are not used. The values which are true, these methods are used. Similarly, all the things are giving in the long file, and also it create a experimental log. Uh, it's a log file. You see that I am recently NCAI test 2. I am using that, and all the logs are created, and all the methods which are using that, all the methods are and the values are already available in such experiment.
Okay,
Now,
that's great. Azam, sorry, Dr. Schwag has a question, I believe.
yeah,
Thank you, Azam. I just have a question about the coding page. Is it accessible online?
yeah.
Because I can see that you're alternating between the Google Chrome and this page.
Uh, I am. I can't understand that.
Well,
I think that
basically, what she's asking is, does this have access online? If we are to give Dr. Schwag access to it, how will she get access to it? Will
No,
we
no, no,
give her
no.
a link?
Sorry, pardon me. My question is about the coding. This page that Azam is opening right now, is it accessible on the remote desktop?
Yeah, it's accessible, but at the right time, I am not configure some tool like AnyDesk, yeah, some like tool that if you suggest a meeting with that, I share you the code, and also I share you in a remote desktop.
Okay, okay.
Okay, thank you, Azam. Please carry on.
Okay. Now you see that after that the all the processes and the steps are giving in the hierarchy, like first of all the quality control, and secondly the bias field correction, diagnostic, all the fields which are selecting in the experiment. Now in the back end, if I see you, because all the hierarchy is set in the back end. Now you see that all the files are making different, and this is the basic nifty file which is giving to the tool, and after that the different types of, after each step it's make a file according to the scenario, like deep noise, Bayesian correction, mix, and also resampling and this is basically all the things are. And after that, if you see that in the output field, it also generate a image. This is basically what's done in the backend. The image is also created, and also other images like the gradient cam and other thing, that because I am using the MNI 152 template. This is the template. This is using from registration, and this is the initial image. After that, the quality control, bias reception, and all the processes are done in the pipeline, because this is basically the pipeline which is making at the initial state, and at the initial state it is not too much fast for bulk processing, and I am doing that some tool by using the some of the top of the line pipelines like Clinica and like FMFF. The user give the folder of different MRIs of the patients, and after the all the pre-processing that, and all the things are pre-processed in other output folder, because in for making a model and making some other things, these things are readily available, but I am using the GUI for all these things, because many users do not do such things. Yes, so experiment due to some expiring um, configurations and other some programming and others just like thing. Now
Uh,
the other
Azam, so I have one question. So Wad has put up exact that same point which you just addressed right now. That's why I'm just connecting it over here. So the user will not need to know coding language and programming.
yeah
Basically, that's what your tool is doing. It will remove the necessity or the need for knowing or having the knowledge of programming, and it will make it easier for everyone. They can just go and
yeah
upload the image, and they can convert it as well. So
yeah
Dr. Schwab was asking if you have done work on the conversion, and I know you have. You just have to have a button over there, like you told me yesterday.
yeah
So anyone can go and then use the simple GUI and get the thing done. So
yeah yeah
basically, the programming stuff that you're showing us at the back end, that is only for our knowledge. The
yeah
person who
yeah
use this tool does not necessarily
Yeah, yeah.
have to know that, right?
Yeah. The GUI facilitate everything that every configuration in the front end and all the thing process in the back end.
Okay.
But the main thing is that the input path and different path of the data is all is the machine side, and at the for doing any experiment, he just customize such things, such like that other software.
Mm.
You give the path from input path and you give the output path and other paths for saving of the data for the age of your data security and your data manipulation hierarchy. And
Okay.
now we move forward to another tool. This is basically a tool designed for MRI 3D viewer. Many 3D viewer are available, but the main thing regarding the other tools and over tool is that over tools are totally customizable, and we customize it any point, any button, any things, any style. But we use some other party tool. We are restricted and bound to the hierarchy. But in our case, these tools are user friendly and easily usable. Now we select a Nifty file. I am selecting that. Um I am selecting a Nifty file, and after that the file is uploaded, and the file is uploaded in the form of secretarial. There are three type of view: secretarial, frontier, and Excel view. The Excel view is a better view, and people like such to view. This is the Excel view, and after that we change some thing. We change their slide number. Then we after change, you see that the slides are already changing that, and the other slides are coming to show you screen. Now we have an option to color map of the slide. First we are change the color. I am change the infinite color. This is you see that the color of our is changed. Now we also have the option, we rotate that. We rotate some the image to see that the image is rotating, and uh, sometimes the rotation of the image is not good. You rotate according to size, and you have also an option. Uh, we also apply different templates. First of all, we apply a MNI Nifty template on such Nifty file. You see that after applying the template, you see that it converts all the Nifty structure in such format. And uh, if we apply the brain, this is basically the borderline, and also the skull is also layer is also involved in that. If we extract the brain image, we apply another template. You see that the other part is removed. We also change the color map. We change that according to our need. You see that we have different type of thing. We also use a magna color, and this is a similar type of other thing. Uh, and this is the basic points which are using for the viewer of the image. We also applying some other things that you see that after we select that, there are, you see, we have different type of thumbnails also available in the blocks on we also move that the we change that, and you see that the thumbnails are also change, and you can also we also move that the hover and other things apply on the viewer for more attractivity, because this is a basic version. And at the rest of time we also apply different type of other things like zooming and like other things uh, on such tool. Now I if any question regarding that.
Dr. Schwag, any questions? Please go ahead.
Yes, I do have a question. So, what you have explained about the first tool is completely pre-processing pipeline. It's not really an analysis pipeline, right? We're not
No,
getting
no,
any results. It's just
no, no,
preparing.
no. It's just a preparation of data. It's not a analysis pipeline. If you make analysis, we use Clinica and we use fMRI prep, because fMRI prep is a most comprehensive pipeline for using a notable, and you see that different type of experiment reports. If wait a minute, uh, I
So Azam, how can we connect Clinica or FSL to this? So if the student
I am
wants to go to the next step,
I I am using same like technique front end, and all the things apply in the back end. If I see like that, this is the fMRI subjects which are also converted first of all in the bit structure, because all the pipelines are working from the report and some statistical analysis. First, the data is converted in the bit structure. It is the standard. And you see that we have two type of folder. First, the adaptable folder. This is basically the folder which are giving into the user, and the second is that the functional tool. This is basically the structure of the bit structure. And now this is the derivative. This is used by a tool. And if this you see that the reports, first report is a mathematical report, and you see that this is basic report, and is used the some quality volume structure of all the images in anatomy, and some like the QC measure chat. And similarly, if we move forward to uh, their functional report, this is more comprehensive. You see that in the functional reports, there are different type of MRI means, calculating for MRI means, and the TNSR. These are terms which are used for doctor more accurately, because I am not a neurological person. And
so
these type
Azam,
of,
Azam, I have a question. Sorry. So can we connect this to our GUI so that the student can just go over there, they can do the
yeah,
pre-processing steps,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
you can
Obviously,
connect it?
obviously.
Okay.
Uh, if I see you,
Dr. Schwag, sorry, Dr. Schwag has a question. Please go ahead, Dr. Schwag.
yeah,
Yeah, I can see that the data is stored locally. So I just want to understand, do you have a virtual desktop and then I can guide the output directory to the local computer, correct? Does it
no,
mean that
no.
you don't have a clouding
Uh,
system?
Yeah, it's also applying in the clouding system, because in future we are also building a lab, and Sir Ahmad Farooq also discussing me for the purpose of the lab. We are also selecting some workstation machines and some GPUs, and these things are also built in the cloud system, and all the things are managed in the Docker system. As you know that the clouding system are all systems are running in the form of Docker, and we make a container of Docker uh, for hospital peoples, and there are different type of containers, and all containers run such pre-processing of pipelines, and data are also stored in the form of containerizations.
Okay, I do have another question. Sorry for asking too many questions.
Uh,
No, 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 no. It's okay.
Okay. I'm just using the time for a break. So the next question is, if you're building the lab in our department, and we're going to have this pipeline, it won't be a virtual desktop. It's going to be an actual workstation, and they will access this without having a browser.
No, no, you have the program are running in the form of a GUI browser program, because we are developing all the tools in the format of web format. You see that if you see that over the 3D Mac tool, this is also
Yeah, I know.
using on the local host, but in the real time, it's come some domains, and it's using at a real time.
So Azam, I have a question. So we are going to be giving 2 workstations to King Saud University at the lab.
Yeah.
So does that mean that those 2 students can use those 2 workstations? But what about the other
No, no,
students?
no,
Like,
no, 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 no. Basically, the purpose of the workstation is not that you use
Mm.
that workstation remotely.
Okay.
And you also use such because the terminology is that we build both the workstations as just like a server machine, as just like cloud scenario, and
Okay.
you can access that your laptop just like remotely. You select the system, yeah, you select through cloud, the cloud service, and accessing all the things and performing all the experiments on such machines, because we are configuring all the things which are available just like Google Cloud, giving you the machine like Vertex AI, and Vertex AI charge too much cost.
They charge a lot. So
Yeah.
sorry, Dr. Shah, please go ahead. I know you have short.
Yeah,
You're short and.
one more last question, please. Okay, so since we're using a desktop, a virtual desktop, is the internet connection be an issue, or the Docker containers would solve this issue?
No, no,
I
there is
mean, if
no,
the students start the
there is
pre-processing,
there is no need too much high internet connection. You just need a simple connection. In Pakistan, we are using just like 10 MB to 15 MB to 20 MB shared connection. It's just too much for using such system. It's not too much high bandwidth required to accessing such system. And sometimes if you are using a pipeline, and you're using some high level of task, you physically access the system because the system are available in your lab. You physically give the you access your system without through internet. But in case of you are in your house and in your other place, you remotely connect the system and do your experiments.
yeah, that's my question. So I won't worry if the internet connection just gets interrupted by anyhow, that the students' processing pipeline will continue to run.
No, no, because processing pipeline command is also given to the system. This user is assessing that if there is an interruption between the connectivity, the command is always running in the workstation
Yes,
because
that's
the processing is
brilliant.
done on the system side.
Okay, brilliant. That's you answered my question. Thank you so much.
Now, I am starting the short. Uh, Basically, this is the library which you are using in the pre-processing pipeline, because this is the library NP Python type, neuroimaging in Python. This is a library which is utilizing all the previous library like SPM, FCL, free server and other things. And this is basically the workflow of such library. And this library is utilizing all the things, because in the past the people using SPM and all the function perform on SPM, but the neuroimaging library provide all the pipelines and interfaces. uh, if you feel that the FSL is performing better than for skull stripping, you use FSL, and if you feel that the SPM is used for bispection, you use such thing. Such all things are embedded uh, in the front-end tool. Previously demonstrate that I am utilizing such library NY type, and all the internal libraries are available in that. And this is basically the structure of pipeline. We have a raw data, and after the raw data we convert such data to bit structure, and basically such like commands which are basically doing at the back end of the site, and we provide the front end. And the second thing is that this is the neuroimaging clinica pipeline, and the all the pipelines are available in the form of different type of batch scripts, in the previous talk, in the voice message, because the batch scripts are sometimes cache and sometimes some um, things are limitized, that because in our case we give you a GUI same like that, and you select some things on that and perform some such tasks. And all the pipelines are working in such like, if you see that the technical tool is too much good that for pre-processing of the pipeline, and it will process all type of MRIs like anatomical MRIs, fMRIs, diffusion MRIs, PETs also, PET amyloid imaging also working on that. There is no other library which performing on the PET amyloid, and PET amyloid is too much good results on in case of Alzheimer, and I am selecting such library through that. And in Dr. Schwab case, the all the statistical analysis and all the things which are preparing a complete MRI reports, the facilitated session of fMRI library, PEP library is too much good. And just show you the bit structure. Uh, this is basically the structure which I am calling too much times. If you see that, this is basically a structure. This is basically bit structure. When we get the data is in the form of raw format, not in structurized format. But the quality of the both two library, fMRI prep and Clinica, is that it converts all the structure in such like form. It's just like a 1% subject, one means 1% data, and 1% data is all the data, anatomic data, it's functional data, it may be a said PET amyloid, all the data are in the file, and all the files information are saved in the TSP format also. This is basically the good technique for utilizing the pipeline and also applying something. If I am giving you the other example, basically this is, wait a minute, uh, if I am giving the examples, uh, I think so. I share you at the time it's not available. Um, at the time I am not available at this time. I am sharing you how the structure, a normal structure to convert such structure, and these processes are also giving you your workstation machine in the form of graphical UI. You do not need to use the bash script and such like stuff. All the things are available in the format of tool. Uh, if any questions, are you hearing me?
Adam, no questions at the moment. So anyone who has questions can just message in the chat, and then I will forward the questions to Azam. But there's no questions for now, so please go ahead.
Uh, okay. Now I am discussing the pipelines. Basically, the Clinica pipeline is the top of the art pipeline, and it provides our all the needs. Basically, we are dealing normally fMRI and anatomical MRIs, but it's also provide the PET amyloid test already, and it provide all type of pipelines, things like tissue segmentations, and all the things are available in the case of hierarchy. All the process are working in a hierarchical form in the bulk format. When we deal in the bulk format, we need some concrete solid uh, pipelines, and because it takes time, sometime one subject takes uh, 20 to 30 minutes for the pre-processing, and depend upon the machine. And if we are experiments on 100 MRIs, and you calculate that it take more than 6 to 7 hours, and all the things are recorded and logs are maintained, and this is the most practical techniques to deal such imaging data. um, I research for many things, and many tools and many searchers and many people doing such a stuff. I think like Sir Healy also comment that because he is also dealing such like of stuff in the robotic type data. Sir Healy, are you comment that?
Sorry, what was the question again?
My question is that most of the researchers are doing from the pre-processing for using such type of pipelines like Clinica and FML prep, because these pipelines or these frameworks are also involved uh, uh, pre-process bulky data. Like I am showing you the example, just like one or two MRIs. But if, in case if we are dealing a bulky data, if we get data for admin side and we have more than 300 to 400 fMRIs, MRIs, and we process on such like pipelines, I think that result is more good as compared to we deal some over customized libraries. But I feel that for the training of the model.
Okay, I'm not sure I understood the question. In robotics, we do use similar techniques for pre-processing data, but the context is a little different, right? In this case, you are working with bulk data in a batch setting. All the data are already acquired, and you can take your time, so to speak, to process it.
Yeah,
In robotics, the data is arriving in real time from sensor streams. So there is a consideration of accuracy versus speed. There are techniques that you can use uh, with batch processing. For example, you can compute the average of a sequence of data, the average brightness, for example, to do uh, and then come back to through the image sequence and use that average to normalize the image for further processing. With streaming, you don't have this luxury of collecting a bunch of data, and then we compute the statistics on the data, then we come back and process the data. The data is being processed as it's coming in. There's also the question of speed. In robotics, we have to consider speed versus the amount of computing resources that we have. It tends to be limited. We can't have bulky GPUs and processors in a mobile platform most of the time. So in robotics, we usually use custom code running on built on OpenCV, for example, which is a very effective C++ image processing library. But in offline, so to speak, right, because we have the data. Image processing use case,
because
you can make better use of existing libraries.
but in our case, we do not need real time. But in our case, all the processing and all the heavy work done in the case of when we process the data pipeline. Because when we deal in the pipeline takes too much time for calculation of different vocals and different non-critical points in case of Alzheimer and such like disease. And such pipelines, fMRI, PEP, FSL, and Clinica, these are too much good for processing and in case of medical images, because the idea is over that we calculate all things from our model and interpret such things from some LLM models. Uh, in past, we also experiment that MedJammer. MedJammer is a medical LLM which interpret the MRI images and other type of X-rays and other images, because it's the only good benchmark LLM which is freeware open source by Google. And I'm utilizing that, and the idea is over that after we make different models, we interpret all the models for such LLMs, and also fine tune the MedJammer for Alzheimer. Uh, the idea is that, and you also know that in future all the things move to agents, and we also Working on that, we built a agent and over agent make some things in case of chatbot, and the idea I am working on that, and hopefully, but this is the basic process, because the pre-processing process is the key building of any model. Um, and for researcher purpose and such purpose, I taking some making such tools, because the people who do not know the commands, that the different type of command and bash script are used for pre-processing of data, and the newcomer take too much difficulty for configurations like Linux machines and other things. Uh, in such case, we are building such tools.
Yes, that's great.
Thank you, Helio, and Azam both. So just to let everyone know, I'm just going to chip in for 5 minutes or so and let everyone know what's going on. So essentially, NCAI is going to be signing a memorandum of understanding, a strategic collaboration agreement with King Saud University. We are sponsoring neuroimaging and AI lab over there. We're going to be giving them machines and setting up workstations over there, and everything that Adam discussed, that is how we're going to be able to reach out to the students over there and provide them with this tool. And we're going to be building other tools as well. There's a ASL pipeline that Azam's going to be working on with the support of Dr. Ashwag and her advice. So these are very exciting future developments. I'm flying to Riyadh on the 28th, and I will be having meetings over there. So I will go to KSU as well. For any of you interested in meeting me, you're most welcome to come, whether it's people from the NCAI side or people from KSU. So we can have a meeting over there and we can talk more about it. Just to let everyone know, this is something that we are doing because we want to help students of neuroscience and AI and computer science in Saudi Arabia, because we feel that there's a lot of potential over here, and we want to contribute with our knowledge and expertise to the Saudi society. So that is one thing. Now, there's two other things we're also doing. We're also do have a R&D platform, which is very closely connected to our training program as well. What the R&D platform does is we are bringing together top doctors from neuroscience backgrounds, as well as computer science people, as well as AI people, and all of these people are on this R&D endeavor that we have. So we're building an AI-driven diagnostic tool for the early detection of Alzheimer's disease. For that purpose, we are running an Alzheimer's awareness campaign as well. I'm sure most of you saw some of our ads on social media like LinkedIn. So this is that solution of ours is coming along very well, and we hope that we get people to participate in that too. In the coming sessions, we will be showing you a report that our system has been able to generate to diagnose Alzheimer's. This time when I come, I will be having meetings at King Faisal Specialist Hospital and Research Center as well, because we are getting into a research agreement with them too. So they're going to be providing us with data. So for your newcomers, for the people who are first time connecting with us, it's just a little bit of a background on what we are doing, what our company mission is. It's fighting Alzheimer's, it's spreading awareness for Alzheimer's, as well as developing this diagnostic tool, which is going to catch Alzheimer's early. So just to give you a background, currently what happens is Alzheimer's and dementia are usually caught very late because the symptoms are very much like symptoms of old age, and sometimes people think that they're forgetting stuff because and their memory is going weak because they're getting old, but sometimes it's not. It's just dementia or Alzheimer's that's kicking in, and by the time they get diagnosed with it, which is a stringent, which is a long, arduous process as well, it's already too late and there's no cure for it. So the only way to manage it is to catch it early. Currently, if you go to a doctor, they will have a question and answer session with you. They will ask you questions, then they will try to screen out other problems like internal bleeding or tumors, which can mimic the same symptoms as Alzheimer's. And they ask you for for an MRI exam. An MRI exam at King Faisal Hospital costs you about 700-800 riyals. If that is not the case, and they say, okay, those issues aren't there, and it's most probably Alzheimer's, then there's a gold test for Alzheimer's, which is the benchmark standard right now. It's called a amyloid PET exam. So that is an invasive test because it involves injecting the patient with a radioactive biomarker, a tracer. The tracer goes to the brain, and then it identifies if there is a buildup of amyloid plaque, which is protein, and it is a sure shot sign of Alzheimer's. And that is how they diagnose it right now. Problem is, patient has to go through multiple MRIs, and which cost money. Then they have to go for the PET amyloid scan. That PET amyloid right now is costing about 12,250 reals at King Faisal Hospital. And there's only two facilities in the whole of Saudi Arabia that have it. It's very hard to find that test. It's difficult, it's expensive. People are unable to get it, and they're unable to diagnose Alzheimer's. What our system does is you give it one MRI in plain format. It's going to do the conversion, it's going to do the pre-processing, it's going to use agentic AI and RAG and LLMs and explanation AI to give you a sound analysis of what's going on in your brain, and it's going to give you a result. So this is what we're working on. We're very close to finishing developing on it so that we can go for clinical trials. I've also submitted an application to the SFDA, the Saudi Federal Drug Authority, because we have to get approved by them. And things are looking good. So for any one of you who wishes to be a part of that, please do let me know. In any case, please do email me with your names and your education backgrounds and your interest. We will add you to the list. We'd like you to attend future sessions. We'd like you to be a part of our Alzheimer's awareness drive as well. And you'll be connecting to researchers who are placed internationally, like Azam, like Helio. You'll get international exposure. You will get invitation to tech events happening in Saudi Arabia. We are connected with the RDIA, the MCIT as well. We've got meetings at Ministry of Health too, so you can come with me as part of the team. You can network and connect with all those people at the ministries. You can make contacts. They can help you with future jobs as well. The status of our company right now is we are focusing on development of this product, and we are looking for investors as well so that we can commercially deploy it in Saudi Arabia. And in future, you can find jobs at our company as well. So that's sort of a background that I wanted to give you guys, because there's a lot of new people, new names I see over here. And that's about it. Azam, is there anything else for you to add, or Helio?
Not really, no.
No, Aman bhai, it's, I think that all the people must hard work, do and join us to explore some latest technologies like agentic framework, and also the medical imaging, also the top of the art in the computer vision, uh, because the medical imaging scenario is not simple. It's too much technical, and uh, in also apply in the real time world. And I think that it's a golden opportunities for all the guys to join us and explore new things along with
Perfect.
us.
Perfect. Thank you, Azam. Thank you for your time and the presentation and the demo today. So, Dr. Schwartz sent me a message that she really liked it, and she will be suggesting it to her students who are going to be joining us. And for those of you who were with us in the last training session for the 12 sessions as well, I see Ahmed Alaisa's here, Dua's here. I think Zian was here as well. Asma too, and we had Manal, and we had a lot of other people as well. We had Sarah, we had Mariam. I see people joining in. So it's good to have you guys back. We're going to, and obviously welcome to the newcomers as well. And stay in touch. Let's have this one weekly session. Thank you, Reham, for your kind message. Let's do this more frequently. We do it weekly, of course, but we would like to get that frequency up in the future too. So it's one weekly session that we have. Duration is 45 to 60 minutes. We like to keep it short now because attention span and the timing. We record it on YouTube as well. I will send the link out to you guys as long as I have your emails, so that you can view it at a later stage as well if you like. So people who are not able to join the session can go and view our recordings as well. Thank you, Lena, Dr. Lena. And yeah, that's about it. So I will let you guys go, and inshallah, thank you, Raghat, for joining, and inshallah, we will connect again next week and move things forward. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ilya. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.